Hi everyone, my name is Allison and welcome to this 5,000 subscriber celebration blog hop. First of all, huge congratulations to Misty and her YouTube channel for reaching 5,000 subscribers. That is amazing, and I am so proud of all that she's accomplished and all that she does. She is so talented, and she's like the nicest person you'll ever meet. Today we're talking about goal setting. And Misty has asked us all to create a project on how we set goals. And everybody's is going to be different. I have no idea what everybody else is doing, but I started thinking about this, and I realized that I maybe don't set goals in the traditional fashion. I love a good list, and I have stacks of journals like this, full of my thoughts, my feelings, but also my to-do lists and all sorts of things. Like, love a good list. However, I find that it doesn't necessarily work for me when it comes to goal setting. I am a more visual person. I need to see the finish line in front of me, I suppose, is really what it boils down to, or see what it is that I'm working towards in order to even make any sort of headway there. And I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I am very familiar with the word failure, but I thought I would share a couple of the ways that I have found work for me to keep my yearly intentions front of mind, and they are visual projects. So the first one is my one little word. Now, one little word was started by Ali Edwards, and I joined her in 2011. This was the first year I did. That was 2011, and she had a class, I think it was with big picture scrapbooking, so we're going back a long way. And it was every year, or every month, throughout the year, you got new prompts and new things to make or to think about, write about, that kind of thing. So I did that for a couple of years, and basically I learned that I really liked this part of it, creating the artsy bits, the touchstones, and so that's the part that I carried forward. So I'll skip all this. We get to 2014. So I started creating pages like this that I could display in my craft room, and that would remind me throughout the year of what it is that I want to invite in, what I want to focus on, how I want to think and feel, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have one from every year. 2015, I actually made a 12 by 12 page. That was for a design team, I think. And then there were some years where I didn't choose a word for various reasons. And then this year I just did like a doodly thing in my journal at the time. I was heavy into journaling. I journaled every single day for probably like 3 years. And so on this particular one, this was kind of what I did. That was my word, and yeah. And so then these are the last few years. That was last year, and I turned 50 last year, and I chose the word 50 for 2024. This was, in December of 2023. And then kind of all hell broke loose, and I never made a page. It's been a very rocky road for me so far this year. And I am now in the process of rethinking my one little word for 2024. But I am in a place where I feel like I can do this, the next part, which I'm going to show you right now. So part of my journaling was inspired or prompted from work that I was doing with a life coach. And she asked me to create a visual touchstone of all the things that we had been talking about, and all of the the areas of my life that I was working on. And I struggled with it for a long time, but then I came up with creating a vision board. So this is what I created for her, well, for me, but kind of as homework for her. And when I opened up the store in 2021, I thought this would be a really good class to run. So I ran the first class in the January of 2022. We had lots of fun. I can't find that board. I think it might still be at the store somewhere. But I have the one from 2023. This was the one that I made along with everybody else. And this is a way of taking all the things that you want to focus on, all the feelings that you want to channel, all the things that you want to accomplish, all the avenues that you want to travel down, that kind of thing, and put it all on one board, so that you can keep it somewhere, private or not, it doesn't really matter. This has been on display in the store for quite a while. But keep it somewhere that you can see all the time, and so that you can look up at it and be like, oh yeah, I really want to go to the beach, or oh yeah, this is the year I want to be strong, like that kind of thing, right? So I wasn't able to run a vision board class in 2024. There wasn't enough interest, so I couldn't run it, and so I didn't make one for myself at that point. And like I said, there's been lots going on, so I haven't felt sort of emotionally, mentally ready to write one or create one. I think I'm in that place now, so I want to do that now. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm not going to create a board like this. I'm actually going to create a smaller one, it's going to be a 12 by 12, so that I can put it in my scrapbook later. But for now, I can have it on display here in my scrap room. And then it might end up being all that I do this year. I might not pick a one little word. I'm going to just kind of leave that open and see what unfolds in the coming months. But vision boards. So how do you create a vision board? Where do you start? Because this seems like a giant mess, right? I created like a goal setting worksheet, and I have put this one as a free download on my blog, so you can get the link to that in the description section. And how you start is you start with a little bit of journaling. Very, very simple journaling. It's just like words. So I've got 7 different categories. I've got physical, spiritual, mental, relational, professional, financial, travel, and recreational. And you just sit somewhere quiet and you take like 10-15 minutes and you just kind of write down what comes to mind when you see the word physical. What comes to mind when you think about your finances? Like, how do you want to be? Where do you want to be at the end of the year? How do you want to feel about your relationships, your marriage, your friendships, your family relationships, that kind of thing. And so you just kind of write down words. And then you take those words and you literally flip through old magazines. So these I picked up from, we have stacks of them at the store. And I went through them all, and I just ripped out pages that spoke to me. So I've got running shoes. Now, I'm not supposed to run. I have very, very bad knees, but I still dream about being able to run again. Sometimes it was the word that I liked. I can't remember what that one was about. Oh, website and social media, that kind of thing. So sometimes it's the word. I liked the campfire, happy ending. This one, it's for the picture, because that to me, I want to be right there, right now. And just the cup of coffee, glass of wine, my crochet, a couple of good friends, and just sit and chill. Sometimes it's the color scheme or pretty flowers. I am working on developing a new branding, new logo for myself. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to play with that a little bit. Habits, help wanted. I like sometimes it's just the words that you see in the magazine, like house living. Yeah, yes, please. Okay, so like images, stacks of books, like that appeals to me. A fire. I like the word journal there. I don't know if I can incorporate that, but so these are some of the images that I've got, and now we get to put it all together. So I am going to turn the camera off because I think, well, me cutting all this stuff out and then playing with it is probably going to be a little bit boring, and it's not something that I can voice or narrate as I go, because I really need to be in my head for this one. So I am going to get it to a certain point and then come back and we will discuss what I have. I wanted to pause at this point in my process and share this with you. So I have chosen a background paper. This is from Vicki Bouton's mixed media paper pad. This is a few years old now, but she comes out with one of these in each of her collections. But I gravitated towards the soft watery colors, the blue especially. I'm thinking of incorporating a lot of blue into my new sort of logo and branding and that kind of thing. And the watery colors reminded me of calm, lakesides, oceans, sort of the embodiment of the mental and spiritual side that I want to bring in, the calm and the peace. And then I have cut out all the pictures that I showed you, and I completely missed that this was a little basket with yarn. Now there's knitting needles in there, and I don't knit, I crochet, but I feel like it's the feeling and the sentiment is there. And as I was cutting out these, I realized that a lot of them are quite based in what's the word I'm looking for, like comfort and quiet, like sitting on the porch, you know, staring out at the beautiful view kind of thing. Happy ending. Like a lot of these are focusing on the feelings that I want to embody over the next few months, not necessarily the quantitative aspects of my goal setting, specifically any of the financial stuff, which is actually quite important to me. So I'm going to go through my magazines again and see if I can find anything that brings that money side into it. The other thing I'm noticing is I've got quite a lot of warm colors here, and I've got this cool background, so I'm going to have to figure out how to make that work. But anyways, that's where we're at so far. Let's keep going. My cutting is all done, and I have sort of roughly laid out where I wanted things to go. After I had cut out all my magazine pieces, I went into my scrap bin and I found some cut aparts and papers, like drilling card papers, and I just found a few things that I thought helped tie it all together and bring in the scrapbooking aspect of it. And then I've also got, whoopsies, some glittery letters. These are both from different Chamel collections, and just some simple blue letters. I want to use the numbers to just put 2024 on here. I thought blue would sort of work. Okay, so now it is time to glue it down, and yeah, I'm just going to use my favorite adhesive, which is this stuff, Nouveau Deluxe. Now, yep, it's pretty layered, so the end result might not actually be the same as what you see here. We're just gonna, you know, find out. I'm gonna start with the pieces that are sort of stand alone, I guess. These pieces aren't layered on anything. This is pretty strong adhesive, so I know I don't have to add all that much. Okay, so now we're getting into where it's all layered. So I have got to start taking things up and hopefully remember where I put them, where they all went. I think I'll start with this big one. And you know what? I'm going to go for tape runner with this one. Hopefully I don't rip the paper. Sometimes I find these tape runners, especially with magazine papers, because they're so thin, they rip it a little bit. Oh, it seems okay. I don't think that was exactly where it was. Then again, maybe it doesn't matter so much. I do want everything to be layered. Having things touch each other actually helps helps your mind make connections between the items. Yeah, for these bigger pieces, I'm going to use this tape runner. And this is because I have a lab. He's a red lab and he's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest, but he's also really cute. And I wanted to make sure that that part of my life is represented. He's definitely more my husband's dog, but I am responsible for his morning walks, and he does like to cuddle with me. I was sitting outside today and he was basically trying to sit on me on the outside chair. And he's like 100 pounds. So, very large lap dog. Okay. Let's get this one in. Should be able to pull this up a little bit so I can still get all my layers together. Oh, that's it for that one. Thankfully, I have more. I feel like there was something else there, but I can't remember what now. Although that could be a good place to put maybe the year, maybe one of these sparkly words. I'm not a super duper fan of that. I don't know if I had that before or if that's just new from the different placement of everything. I have a sign in my store that says do what you love, love what you do. So that seems appropriate. Maybe I'll just cover it up with this shop like a local. All right. Now over here. Okay, this kind of tucked in down here. And I'm going to get this one down first, I think. I was looking for something that had like dollar signs on it, and I didn't find that. But I kind of liked this chart. That is the kind of growth that I would love to see for whatever venture I end up doing moving forward. Oops. And the almighty coffee cup. Oh, my happy ending. That's what I had there. Okay. I knew there was something. So I think that's going to have to move up. That one done too. Goodness. All right. Trying to avoid getting what they call trapped white space, which is where you have little pockets of the design. This isn't really trapped because it has like an escape route. But some of the ways that I had put this, I had little trapped space. Okay. Oh, no, we got to get this back in. Maybe we'll move it up here. There, down here. Nope, up here. There. Or there. I think I kind of like it up here. Kind of fits in this curve, doesn't it? Okay. So let's see, first of all, where we can put our 2024. I think maybe there or here even. It's quite large. That's a little bit trapped-ish. Let's just see if I put the rest of the letters, just kind of don't stick them down all the way. Oh, Oh yeah, and see, I don't like that because then I have this gap there. The other option, oh, it's up here. Oh, be careful on that magazine. Yeah, I actually quite like that. Now, is there space for any of these sparkly words? And if so, you know, I think this turquoise one is out. As much as I love the turquoise, I think it's out. I think because I've put in the navy there, if I'm going to use a sparkly word, it's going to have to be in a blue color. Kind of like that hope and dream, but I'm just not sure if I really have a good place for it. Maybe in here. Let's just play a little bit, shall we? These are pretty old, so they might need additional adhesive anyways. No. I think that dream is too big. Now, I did think about the scissors, because that would be very appropriate for my business. We are a craft store. But they're pretty big, so I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it. What I will add are some of these little foam kind of flowers, because I just want to have a couple more bits of that to sort of tie it together. 1, 2, 3. Which in a way highlights kind of soft yet cozy, like my soft pink flowers, my fireplace. Okay, so it kind of highlights that desire that I want. It highlights my desire to actually make some money, and then it also highlights my desire for health and exercise. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you so much for sticking around for this. This was fun. This was very different for me to do it on a 12 by 12. I haven't written anything, and I likely won't at this point. However, I might eventually say type something up, print it off, and stick it on the back. And that way, once it's in my album, you'd have to actually pull the layout out to read the words. So that keeps it kind of private, and yet I could record some thoughts there about everything that's been going on in my life lately that has led to this collage you see in front of you. Okay, so however it is that you document your goal setting, however it is that you actually goal set, I wish you all the best. And I'd love to hear how you do it. So either leave a comment here on YouTube or head over to my blog and leave a comment there. and have fun today, hopping along. And another huge congratulations to Misty for 50,000 subs. I know she's got more than that right now, but go Misty. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.